Okay, hello everybody. This is the second class, as I've learned officially, I should say, for the BTTM, which is the acronym for, I believe it's just the Bachelors of Travel Tourism Management, or it could be Bachelors for Business Travel Tourism Management. This is Cliff Tom. It's March 17. This is the second session. I'm just videotaping this one for posterity. We've got two good students. Giawali, hello, namaste. If she can hear, or he, I'm getting used to these Nepalese words actually. So yes, Giawali, hello, namaste. And then we also have Karel. So I'm videotaping this just for posterity, the second class. I videotaped the first class for the program, as well as to illustrate, hopefully, how well our students have progressed through the 6 months. So my name again is Cliff Tom, part of the English Language Fellows Program with the United States Department. And this is March 17th, 2022. So yes, as we're waiting for everybody, the class has begun. And I'm under time constraints as well, since I've got other obligations. So I'm going to welcome, yes, another student. I believe we only have 7 students. Let me verify that. I did get their emails, but not their corresponding names associated with them. So, but I believe, hold on a second. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Still waiting for some classmates here. Let me see. I did get a new email from one of the assistants from the last class. I don't know if we have an assistant in this class. If that person exists, please identify yourself. That would be great. And then, hold on. Here's the student's email. Let me get rid of this one then. And then here we go, listserv, students email, listserv. I don't need that one. Let's go to this one. Yeah. So we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 students associated with this class. So that's great. It's more intimate. Hopefully more people are willing to speak. And again, today, I guess tonight was your, let me look at the BTTM schedule here, was for you to pitch yourself, right? 30-second to 1 minute pitch, right? To advertise yourself. That's number one in the Western world. And I know it's predominantly effective in the Eastern world, since I've spent many years in China, that they now have conferences and you've got to advertise and promote your product and services. So that said, while we're waiting on more people, we only have 3 participants so far. Again, this is a 3-hour class, so we'll break it up in the middle. But let's see. Let's go to second class. Let's watch this one, everybody. And I'll just stop my video for the time being as we watch this one. So this is the importance of, advertising, or how to brand yourself, okay?
How to brand yourself. In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys how to stand out in the marketplace. I'm going to talk to you about how to ensure that people remember you, and more importantly, remember your name when they're trying to solve the problem that you solve in your business. Branding is really about creating a mental movie around the problem that the customer has and thinking of you. So whatever challenge they have in their life, when they encounter that, they think of your company. And I'm going to talk to you guys actually how to really extract that from you. You know, I've been building companies now for 17 years. I'm on my 6th company, and in every one I've sat down with branding specialists. I've worked with positioning people, with the best marketers, to really just understand what makes a great brand and how do you incorporate that into your business. You know, not too long ago, I was actually contacted by my sister-in-law, and she's a real estate agent, and she wanted to ask me, you know, Dan, how do you think about branding? Because she's heard me talk about this with so many different people. And I said, here's the deal. you know, buy some food, come over to dinner, bring the kids, and we'll sit down and we'll chat about your brand. I'll walk you through my framework for doing that. And at the end of it, she looked at me and she said, where did you come up with this? And I'm like, it's just years of studying it, of being such a student around really what makes companies stand out in the marketplace. And that's why I want to shoot this video, so that I can share it with you guys all at home. So the first thing you need to understand is your values, right? Every person has values. They have a belief system that drives every decision they make, the way they operate, the way they act in the world. You have them. And the question to ask is, you know, if you have kids or you have just your loved ones and it was the end of your days and you can only share with them, you know, 5 to 10 beliefs or values, what would they be? That is powerful stuff, because when you can get down to the core of what makes you tick, of how you operate, or kind of the things that you've learned throughout your life, that is what's going to change everything. And getting to that foundational level of values is step number one. You can't build a brand from that. I don't believe you can manufacture a brand. It is extracted from the soul of the entrepreneur. So this is the first step, is to just figure out, what do you believe in? What are your values? And write them down. 5 to 10, maybe 7. Get that list. The second step is to really understand who's your core customer. And here's the way I look at it is, who would you love to do business with? And the trick is, it's not only love, but actually that has money, because those are 2 parts that you need to ensure you have. And the way I do that is I always ask people, it's like, well, who's a customer that you've had over the last few months that you absolutely adore, that you love, that if you had 1,000 of those people, that you would just be pumped to go to work every day? Because that is the fallacy, is business is, yes, it's about solving a problem that you're passionate about, but the truth is you also got to choose your customers. Because if you work for the wrong type of customer and you don't like them, or you know that they're stingy or they're rude or whatever they are, you're going to hate your day. So choosing that core customer that you love and that has money is the second step in naming them. So I just say, okay, whoever that customer, when I asked you, you know, who have you really enjoyed working with recently, just put their name to that core customer identity. Once you have that, you've got the foundation, the values, then you talk about the core customer. This is the perfect person I would love to serve in my business. Then the third aspect is, what's your irresistible offer, right? What are you going to do that's going to make you stand out in the market? What are you willing to offer? What guarantee? Some people call it a risk reversal, like thinking about from their position, if it's a major investment, like buying a house, or if it's something even as simple as like, you know, what place should I bring my dog to get manicured? Those are decisions that they're going to have, you know, hesitation around. And you need to create an irresistible offer, so that thing that's going to make them want to kind of reach out to you, that also meets and attracts the core customer. Those 2 things need to work together. But a lot of people are using education. You know, I was recently talking to a friend that runs a large sales organization, and they explained to me that recently, you know, they do air purification. They have this machine for air purification. And what they did is they changed and renamed their whole sales team to air quality specialists. All right, not salespeople, air quality specialists. And what they offer is a free air assessment to let you know if you're up to code. So that's an irresistible offer. If I had a big apartment building or a commercial building and I needed to know the air quality, I'm going to call the air quality specialist, have them come in, do the assessment, and then let me kind of hear from them what they recommend. And I think that is the way you need to think about the irresistible offer. But you get those 3 things. You figure out what drives you, your values, that foundation. You identify and you focus in on that customer that you would absolutely love to serve, and then figure out some kind of offer that you can present to them from their point of view that's irresistible. That's how you build a brand that people love. It's how you ensure they don't forget your name and that you are remarkable in your market. So with that, I want to invite you to subscribe to my newsletter.
So you build your brand, your business, right, by marketing yourself, by advertising yourself. And this is in travel, tourism, management, business, and all facets of what you're studying. And by doing that is also the 30-second pitch, right, of which I will give you mine. We're going to learn a little bit more about that today, in which I will give you time when we log off here or have to log back in for you to do your pitch as well. So let's see, how many students do we have right now? All right, we've got 7, waiting on 2 more, I believe, but that's all right. So let's go ahead and watch the second video on the importance of brand management and brand creation, right? Just to have your brand, you being your own brand.
Let's talk about marketing yourself. The secret to make content easier is to
Tell your story. Embrace your own uniqueness. Tell us your story. Who wants to know my story? I'm so boring. There's nothing here. And divert your attention elsewhere. And I get that feeling, so I'm there with you.
This is the question that came up in one of our recent calls in the pro group.
I feel like if I just keep telling my stories and I'm not focusing on being a brand strategist and talking about brand strategy, then people won't get that I'm a brand strategist.
Oh, that's very interesting. So this is where I'm going to say to you, this is a long game. It's the infinite game. And if you try to think one effort equals one client.
Now, what he means by an infinite game is that you're always evolving. You're always staying up to date with who you are, especially nowadays in terms of business, in terms of our digital world. When I emailed you, right, for your homework tomorrow, hopefully you can do it. This benefits you, is that hopefully I can give some advice on your biographies, your cover letters and resumes, which are the most important. A biography is tertiary, a third one, is that we're always evolving, we're always changing. We're not living in a world where maybe our parents and our grandparents had the same profession. Even the professions that we're currently in, if you're in the travel industry, everything changes almost every month because of new adaptations to technology, right? The immediacy of getting a hotel online. So if you're focused on that, how do you change your brand? So that's what he means by going in on the long term.
And I think you're going to play a different game. You're going to play the game of advertising, and you're just going to talk about your services and your products and your offerings all the time. And to a point, you have to do that. But I don't think that's how you're going to build a community. And one of the best people that I know about who does branding is Aaron Draplin. And all he does is tells his personal story all the time, and you get to know who he is. And what better way than for you at some point in the near future, in the next 3 to 6 months, to build organically an audience that shows up for you as a person who tells their story in open and transparent and vulnerable ways that's empowering and enriching the lives of others, to say, shouldn't we pay attention to Mahi, since she does such a wonderful job of branding herself? Couldn't we use that talent for us? And why aren't we smart enough to hire her? Okay, play the long game. Remember, it's not about transaction, it's more about transformation. And if you can do that, you're gonna create so much more value for yourself. A long-term plan is to make it easier for people to find you than your competitor, to make people fall in love with who you are as a creative human being, and then to hire you for the services you want to sell them or the products you want to sell. Right now, we're just at the beginning stages of helping you find your voice in the world and to get used to creating content in a way that's not overly taxing on time commitment. It is really just the easiest thing to do, which is to tell your story. Find parts in your life to share with other people that are lessons learned. Keep doing that. If you guys need a prompt, this is an easy prompt. Think about every person who taught you a lesson. Tell that story, because they were the mentor in your story. Okay? Long term, it's a content gameplay for you to develop marketing skills. And if you trust me, I hope you do. If you trust me, I will take you to the promised land, but you have to do this work. It takes time. This is not an overnight scheme. It's not, it's work, it's hard, and I want it to be hard, and I want it to be hard work. I've tried many different ways to get you there, and this is my latest scheme. I will call it a scheme because that's what it is. Let's talk about something here, and I will wrap up. Last week, somebody reached out and asked me if I'm interested in doing, I think it's called Jumpstart for Entrepreneurs Organization. And if you know anything about EO, I've been to one of their meetings before. To be a member of EO, I think you have to make more than $1 million a year. And the average that people make as entrepreneurs in EO is $5+ million. And they found me through Instagram. This woman who's in charge of learning, she has a master's or PhD in teaching. And she's, I think, in South America. She reached out and she's like, we would like to inquire to see if you're interested in teaching an influencer, social influence thing for our EO members all over the world. And it's been a very interesting discussion. So she just sent an email to me last night and said, look, we don't have a lot of money to do this, but we can start with $10,000 for you to teach us. To create a 21-day program where there's a lot of self-study and then some lectures that you do, maybe 3 lectures or 3 meetings with us. And I thought, this is so wonderful. And of course I asked her, how'd you find me? And she's like, I just searched like business influence something and you just popped up all over the place. So what I'm talking about right now in answer to Mahi's question is we are like Johnny Appleseed. We're planting a lot of seeds. Some will bear fruit, some will die, some will wither away. But we have to plant those seeds. And when you want to collect the fruits of your labor, it will be months, sometimes years from now. But the work needs to be done today if you want it to bear fruit. It does take time. And I'm very excited because imagine at some point, somebody's probably paying money to be in front of a global community of millionaires. Think how powerful that is. And to position yourself as a person who can teach something that they might find to be valuable. See how this game works? You plant the seeds today. You got to plant those seeds. And I'm going to help you.
And what he means, that's an analogy, right? Or a metaphor, I guess, right? Sure. Is to plant your seeds, meaning in English, right? To start now. Even while you all are getting your degree, maybe you're still doing business, which is great. You've got firsthand knowledge and firsthand experience. However, what he means by planting those seeds, start now. If you have all intentions of expanding your business, maybe taking it outside of Nepal, making it a global or globalized business, is to start planting those seeds, start making inroads, start doing now what you think maybe a year from now will pay dividends, meaning will benefit you. So this is why I'm asking all of you good students with our program here, is to give me, so I can help you update, right, your resume, especially. Those are the grassroots, as we would say in English. That's the bottom line. In terms of your resume and in terms of your cover letter, is to always now update that. I would say almost every fiscal quarter, meaning every 3 months, to take a look at it and update it, because our lives are always changing and your objectives are always changing, right?
Step by step, we'll get there together.
I hope that you like this kind of content. And in the next video, we will be learning the secret formula for a great story.
We're calling this stories that win hearts and minds, because we have to do both.
So stay tuned.
Okay.
Like, comment, subscribe to our
All
channel.
right, great.
And don't forget to hit on the bell.
Pretty good. Get rid of that. Okay, hello everybody. Namaste everybody. We've got 8 students. That's great. I think our class is only 9. All right, today, oops, sorry, my internet is getting a little unstable, as they say. All right, so we're going to review the Customer King. I think this is a very good website. Again, if you guys have time, I would go to Lingua House, as you guys are business, travel, tourism, and management students. They've got a lot of exercises, but I always like going it through with you guys. I like the interaction of it. And I know we're all busy again with our private lives, so hopefully this benefits you. But hold on a second, let me pull this up. So this will be the Customer King. I have this. All right, hold on. The Customer King. Where was it? I think Lumbini, Customer King. Sorry, yes, is the Customer King. That is it. Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and let me drop this down again. I don't know why Zoom does that all the time. Make this bigger. All right, everyone. Again, feel free to jump in when necessary, okay? I'm going to ask some students some questions here. So this is going to be interactive. So you see these questions, right? In terms of the customer, some warm-up questions. So if you can answer them, that would be great. What was the last hotel you stayed in? Would you recommend it? And then why or why not? So let me see who's available here. Hold on. All right, great. Okay, Giawali, hello. Hello, Giawali. Anata Giawali, hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, hello, sir. Yes, hello, welcome. Okay, can you answer me these questions? What was the last hotel you stayed in, and would you recommend it? Why or why not?
The last hotel that I was stay at Pohara Hotel at Pohara.
Okay, would you recommend it? Do you think it would, did they provide good customer service? Yes or no? Why or why not?
No, no, I don't recommend it because their service was not good. I prefer for another hotel and that much only, sir.
Okay, great. No, that's good, right? To be honest. Now, obviously a
Yes,
goal. Yeah, that's great.
service
Thank
was
you.
not good, sir.
Yes, that's great though. You know, to be honest, and obviously that's the worst fear of any bad business, right? Is the online reviews nowadays. However, we should all, there we go. Our last student, welcome, welcome. Sandhya Ragni, welcome. Namaste. But yes, everyone, right? That's the goal of any good business. We should all strive to own and operate good businesses, is to have good reviews, right? So we should welcome online reviews and use those. It's a free source to understand maybe what is wrong with our business and correct those changes, right? Obviously, everything's been a little askew or skewed because of the virus these 2 years. But once we start, and I'm very happy and proud of you all to continue your education during this economic downtime, right, with the virus. Okay, yes, again, yes. Because now is the time to better yourself, because I think our world, undoubtedly our world has changed, but are going to open borders, tourism and travel is going to start to flow again. So in order to know how to maximize your business, it's always good to understand what people say about it, right? To say to what people think about it and say about it. Okay, how about Chandra Tapa, Kumari Tapa? Tapi or Tapa. Yeah. Yes, hello.
Yes, sir.
Did I get your
Good
name
afternoon,
correct
sir.
a little bit?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Thank you all. My Nepalese and my Hindi accent, I'm still learning. So if you want to speak Chinese with me, I'm better at this than I am pronouncing your names. Okay, Chandra, what was the last hotel you stayed in, and would you recommend it? Why or why not?
The last hotel I was stayed in Moir Hotel at Pokhara. I will recommend that hotel because their service was good, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Why? I'm going to ask you another question. Why? What in particular made their service good? Was it the food, the hotel staff?
Yes.
Yeah, it was all right. So there's different, everybody knows there's different facets of every business. So say you all are electing to be in the tourism business, right? So tourism can mean you're taking clients to famous landmarks. We learned that yesterday. Famous Nepalese sites, right? If you're staying in Nepal, you can do agency or agency type work. You can get visas for tourism. So there's many different facets of customer service, but that was great. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, Diksha, Sunar. Hello, Sunar. Namaste. Hello, Sunar. Hello. That's okay. I know everyone's busy. How about Manisha? Manisha.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Oh, Diksha.
Hello, good
Okay.
afternoon,
Yes.
sir.
Hello. Yes. Sunar. Okay. Can you please ask us, or can you please, I'm sorry, answer for us? What was the last hotel you stayed in, and would you recommend it? Why or why not?
The last hotel, I think we were We were stayed from Bachelor in Travel and Tourism sector at New Year in Rani Mahal Resort, the last. And the
Great.
service was quite familiar, and the hospitality of their staffs was quite good. We enjoyed it. I recommend that hotel.
Excellent.
Rani Mahal Beach Camp.
Yes, beautiful. That was a very good review, right? So she recommended, she gave reasons as to why she recommended it. And I would always think some hotels I've noticed online and TripAdvisor, Google, and other online ways and means is that maybe some hotels will get combative, right? Or adversary, meaning will argue with the client online. That's not good because that makes your business look very petty, very immature, very childish, right? So you know, I think a good response would be, oh, I'm sorry that this happened. We are working on this issue, right? Something like this. So this has been a new revelation over the last 5 years or so to have all these online recommendations and reviews. But my advice is not to get angry. So if you even have a travel agency, right, and you're on Google, you have your website, someone writes a bad review, don't get angry. Just respond. If you do elect to respond, I would think it would be nice to respond, say, look, we are working on this issue, right? And then actually work on it, right? Try to be a better company, okay? All right, how about Manisha? Hello, Manisha. Hello, namaste, Manisha. Hello?
Namaste, sir.
Yes, hello, hello. Okay, Manisha, what was the last, yes, what was the last hotel you stayed in? And would you recommend it? Why or why not? What do you think?
Last time I stayed in Maharaja Hotel in Bhutan. I recommended it because their service quality is good for me.
Okay, great. Why is it good for you? Can you elaborate? Why did it service you so well? What did they do in particular to make your stay so welcoming and so good? Nope, maybe we lost Manisha, that's okay. All right, Nisha Jamiri, am I pronouncing this correctly? Oh, hopefully I am. I love language. I love different accents and different name structures. Hello, Nisha Jamiri. Hello, Nisha. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, that's okay. Paprita Jiri. Hello, Paprita Jiri.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir.
Hello, namaste.
Namaste.
Yes. Hello. How are you doing today? Excellent. Okay. Can you tell us
Yeah.
what was the last hotel you stayed in? Would you recommend it? Why or why not?
The last hotel I stayed was Lumini Palace Resort. It is located in Chapia, Nepal. Chapia is quite famous for fish, and everything was great there. They have their own organic farm from where everything was great. Food and environment and staffs and services was really good. I would like to recommend that hotel for my friends.
Excellent. Fabulous. No, that was a great review, right? And this is another personal aside. Sometimes, this is why I'm more or less now becoming a more practicing Buddhist, because I like the principles. Anyway, that's my own personal story. However, we always get wrapped up in our own lives, meaning we're always just thinking about our own lives and of course our children, if we have children, and our close family members. but sometimes we need to think about other people. So we're always, if we stay at a bad hotel, maybe we get angry and we write a bad review. So it's always good from a customer perspective. I know you guys are all in business and you're studying to be in business. However, from a customer perspective, it's always nice to give a good review. So for example, I've been displaced here in Cambodia, right? As I expressed to you yesterday, for 2 years. Now I've stayed at some hotels and they're very quick or keen on saying to me, right when I enter the hotel, oh, do you mind writing a good review, right off the bat, as we would say, immediately, right when I check in. And I always felt that's a little suspicious. I said, look, I haven't even spent my first night here, right? So there's got to be some give and take. However, you know, we're always so encompassed, or we always want to punish the bad, but yet, you know, be mindful. Like if it's a good hotel stay, every hotel, every business likes a good review, right? Okay, good students, right? We've got about 10 minutes. So I'm going to put this away. Oh no, I'm going to ask Karel, Pratishkia Karel. Hopefully I pronounced that. All right, hello.
So namaste.
Yes, hello, namaste, yes. So let us ask you, what was the last hotel you stayed in? And then would you recommend it? Yes, no, why or why not?
The Rose Hotel was the last hotel where I stayed in. The hotel staff and their service quality was too good. So
Yeah, no, that's great. That's good. That's very good. All of you, all right? Your English is phenomenal, right? I know you know, I grew up, my mother, here's another personal aside for me. My mother has a master's in French literature. And if you know, you can tell by Americans, I'm white. However, it doesn't mean I'm from England, right? So many foreigners from Europe came over to America. So my grandmother is Italian. My grandfather, one of my grandfathers is French. Another grandfather is Irish, British, and another grandmother is German, right? So I'm always impressed by those people that can speak fluently in two languages. So you all can speak fluently in at least 2 languages. Maybe you speak more, I don't know. All right, we're coming up. I think everyone had an opportunity to speak. So we're going to reserve this. So is the customer king, meaning customer service, which is obviously you've all learned is very important. That's how you retain business, gain business, etc. All right, so we've got about 7 minutes. I want to, when we break off, when we log off, I'm going to give you maybe about 8 minutes. Okay, everybody, hopefully everyone understands. I'm going to give you 8 minutes to prepare your 30-second pitch, right? This is where we stand today, to do a 30-second introduction of yourself. Okay, this is not a partner exercise. This is just for yourself today. And then we'll go before we log off. Oh no, actually, I keep forgetting this is the BTTM students. So when we log off here, let me give you 15 minutes, right, to relax and rest and then log back in, but I'll denote the time, okay? So hold on a second. Here is created this. I'm trying to create this for your good university afterwards. Okay, we were doing customer king and pitching oneself. Okay, everybody, let's watch this quickly.
A 30-second elevator pitch is essential to your career success. It's simply your value proposition, meaning what do you do and
oh, sorry, my internet's bad a little bit.
What value do you provide? And if you don't already have an elevator pitch.
Oh, sorry, people, I guess it's lunchtime. Hold on a second. Let's do it, the theater mode here. Maybe this is better.
A 30-second elevator pitch is essential to your career success. It's simply your value proposition, meaning what do you do and what value do you provide? And if you don't already have an elevator pitch
Oh, all right, this one.
ready,
Oh, yeah.
tune in because in this video, you'll learn a 4 simple step system that will help you write a knockout elevator statement so that you're ready to introduce yourself to a new business or career connection. If we've never met before, I'm Heather Austin from ProfessorAustin.com and the Career Club on Facebook. And on this channel, I teach professionals like you how to build your personal brand so that you can land your dream job and grow in a field you love. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Also hit the bell notification so you're notified when I publish a new video or do a live training every week. And hey, if you want to get it right when it comes to your resume, make sure you take a look at my free resume writing masterclass where you'll learn how to write a resume that lands you more interviews and better job offers. I'll place a link for you down below. Here's the thing, when done right, a 30-second pitch is a powerful representation of who you are. It gives you more confidence to talk about your background, your expertise, and your talents. So sit back, enjoy this training, take some notes, and I hope to see you on the other end with your own powerful pitch. When it comes to a 30-second pitch, I am going to share with you guys a 4-part formula to have a successful 30-second pitch. But before I jump into the four steps, remember that a 30-second pitch, it's a powerful representation of who you are. So this is also called like an elevator statement or an elevator pitch or whatever you want to call it. It's where you can explain to someone in 30 seconds basically what it is that you do and what you want them to know about you. Okay, in 30 seconds. And let me tell you, I've practiced mine before. I'm like 32 seconds. I've timed myself and I'm like, I got to get it down because I even like to go less than 30 seconds because people's
attention span, right? We live in such a quick world nowadays. So if you can get who you are, what you're about, and what your business is about in 30 seconds, right, is very good. I'll give you guys a minute to give me your plan.
Attention span is so short, right? So we want to make sure that we get this 30-second pitch down to even less than that. But the purpose of it is really to let others know what your expertise are, what are your greatest strengths, so what it is that you're good at. And keep in mind, it's not just for you to regurgitate all this stuff, it's to create a two-sided conversation. So you always want to end with something that is like, hey, by the way, like some sort of call to action at the end, like, would you mind if we do this? Or would you mind if we had a virtual chat or whatever that might be. It used to be, could we go to coffee and talk about this more? But really that maybe in a couple of weeks, we'll be able to get back to that. Okay, let me show you, well, okay, one more tip before I jump into the 4-part formula for the perfect pitch. You want to make sure that your 30-second pitch or your 30-second statement aligns with your resume, with your cover letter, and with your LinkedIn profile. Think of this as your entire career story, okay, within 30 seconds. And I know that's going to be super hard to do, but I have some questions for you to be able to use to ask yourself to form your 30-second pitch. So first question, who are you and who do you help? Now, let me give you just a quick example of what I would use. I would say something like, hey, I'm a career strategist helping professionals find their dream job so they can grow in a field they love or grow in an industry they love, whatever, okay? So who are you and who do you help? You could even put your name in front of that if you wanted, like, hey, I'm Heather Austin. I'm a career strategist, yada, yada, yada. So who are you? Who do you help? The second question you need to ask, this is, again, our 4-part formula to the perfect pitch, is why are you passionate about what you do? So why are you even doing this? Like, it could be any number of reasons, but what's the real reason behind you doing this? So what I could say is I'm most passionate about seeing my clients.
Okay, everybody, we'll play these two when we get back from break. Let me give you my 30-second pitch and let me turn on so you see my ugly face. All right, let me give you my 30-second or 1-minute pitch of who I am and maybe my services outside of just what you know of me in the classroom. Hello, yes, nice to meet you. My name is Cliff Tom. I've been an educator, consultant, and instructor for the past 8+ years. I've been in business and finance. I specialize in healthcare and automating healthcare industries. I'd be happy to give you some more information. I definitely like to consult with biopharmaceutical companies as well as medicinal companies. I also teach. I'm an English teacher, business English, and I do ESL English second language on the side. So that's just a quick 30-minute pitch I just came up with. All right, so everybody, we've got less than a minute, so let us log off right now. 15 minutes, okay? So everybody come back.